Hello guys, welcome to Robotic Electronics YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about the important and the most required one in the industrial usage, that is robotic arm. It is very important to know the working of the robotic arm, and there are different ways to design the robotic arm with different degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom is nothing but the number of ways in which the body can freely move in the space defines the degree of freedom of a body. So today we shall look on to the particular robotic arm with its working along with the design of robotic arm. Let us move on to the design of the robotic arm. So this is the just a small analogy diagram of the robotic arm. This can be designed in the Tinkercad using the design software, and actually this robotic arm can be designed here and can be 3D printed and can be built in the real time as a prototype or a product. So here we can see this robotic arm and design it by looking at the different angles. This below one is the work plane. It is written here. This is the base where the arm has to be placed, and here we can see the arm. Here the arm has the rotatory system where a rotatory motor has to be placed here. Similarly, another motor which supports the rotation has to be placed here and here. Usually, we can place motors like servos, like servo motor can be placed in these areas because they support the movement of the arm at different angles. So it is better to place robotic servos in this type of robotic arm. So here we can go with one servo, here one, and here one, and even here we can go with the servo motor or different motor where here we have the end effector for the robotic arm. So this completes about the design of the robotic arm. We can design in this way and can 3D print it accordingly. So let us move on to the circuit. So this is the circuit of the robotic arm. Like I have designed with the six servos. This circuit has the system of controlling the robotic arm manually by using the potentiometers as the controllers. We have six potentiometers to control the six servo movements. Based on the servo movements, the robotic arm can be controlled accordingly. The amount of the length the robotic arm has to be moved and the amount of the angle it has to be turned can be controlled using the varying the resistance by changing the value on the potentiometer. This can be done to all these six servos. Let us consider a robotic arm built with the six servos, and this circuit can be easily useful for that. Even if we go with four servos, we can reduce two servos and two potentiometers and follow the same circuit with the same code. Here we have two switches. Actually, these switches are designed in such a way that when we turn on one switch, the entire system will be turned on so that we can control the robotic arm. Simultaneously, entire rotation, like how the robotic arm is moving, will be recorded and stored in the microcontroller storage. Later, when we turn on another switch, the recorded movement of the robotic arm will be replayed. Like how, for example, if we consider a robotic arm taking an object from a place and placing onto some other workplace. So once we record that, and if you click this button, it will be replayed. Like the robotic arm will be autonomously hold the object from the one place and place it onto the workplace without the interference of the human. Like it will be recorded the actions that is being done by the human with this potentiometer control. So this might be very much useful in the real-time applications. So let us start simulating of this. So when we simulate this, initially we shall place like initially if we control this robotic arm, like if we control sorry and if we control these potentiometers, it will not be working. Consider this as the record button. So when we click this button, all the servos will be working. So for example, let us consider to move this potentiometer to here. This means the first servo is turned from initial position to the position that is set onto the potentiometer. So we recorded this. So now we can turn on the recording. Turn off the recording. So now if we switch on the replay button, usually they go with the push buttons, but I have used the slide switch. This can be replaced by the push button because once we need to click this and again we need to replace this, so that the server will be coming to the backspace and coming to the initial. See, it will be coming to the initial position and moving to the end position. See, when we switch on this, it will be coming to the initial position. Initially server is based here, so it will recorded one will be placed here. Now let us have a recording. So now let us record different motions of this all the servers. So let us on the record button. So now all the servers are some at angles. So let us make all the servers to this angle by turning it on the potentiometer. You can turn accordingly based on your need. So I am turning in some manner. So it is recorded completely. So now I am turning off the recording. So if I play this button, they'll be coming to the initial position initially and move to the final position accordingly. So in this way, the record option can be used and can be replayed accordingly. So really it is useful in the present applications of the robotic arms, the record and replay options.